Hi guys, welcome to the Neuroscience channel. Today I'm finally able to show you the 14-in-1 robotic kit. This is the kit and has a very good manual of how to construct all the types of robot. Today I have Walker the robot. It's a robot that walks. It works very well and in the sunshine it works perfect. You can use a battery but eco-friendly. So solar panels are great for this guy. It works very well. But at times we have to give some modifications to it to make it work even more better. To give it a punch. So today's topic is this Walker robot. The Walker robot is a robot that uses the technique used in many of robot constructions. So the main part today's subject is how its legs work. It's a very interesting topic. So let's start right off. As you can see here, there's a drawing. There's a drawing of how it all works. First, if you can see here, a wheel has been connected with a leg. When it spins, there's an upwards motion and a forwards motion added with it. So if you were to see closely, the leg is connected to the wheel. When the wheel spins, the leg goes up and also forward, which is sensible. As you can see, the dot first is in the middle, then goes up, but changes its position to the middle, then goes to the other side, comes to the medium spot, but comes to the forward position and back down, where it gives a force to the ground, and then forward back, then again backwards, and going up, it gives a force and ready for the forward motion. But there's a problem. Robots have a characteristic of being like a human. It should have the characteristic of looking like a human, which is very important. Without it also it's a robot, but for a realistic pinch, it looks more better. So how do you give that swing? Your leg just doesn't go up, forward, down, up, forward, down. It gives also a up swing also, forward, down. The swing always happens. So how do you give that swing? Well, there's a way. If you have a pendulum, it's when you give a force to the bob is the weight in bottom of the pendulum. It will swing this direction, here, and back to the center. This is called as one oscillation, and this motion is called an oscillatory motion. Now, if this string in between in the pendulum is a rod, what would happen? When I were to give force to the rod, it will do the same as this. It will swing. But the resistance increases as it is a metal or any material. Its resistance increases as this would have a low resistance, comparatively low resistance. So here you can see the string is a rod, and when you give force, it will swing side and side and the oscillatory motion. Now you do a change to the pivot. Pivot is the point where no movement is there, and the thread and the bob moves from that point, from this point. It acts like an axis. You cannot see it as an axis, as it's not something that rotates around it. It's an oscillating motion. Over here, this point is where it moves around. You can say it's where the string is attached and the bob is left to swing. This area is zero motion. Just at this exact center, there will be zero motion in there. It will be a small rotation. If you are right, it will be zero motion in the region where you are to find its pivot. So now, the pivot point is where the string is tied up and the bob is left to swing. Now if I were to make the pivot go up and down, up and down with some mechanism. What will happen? Well, it will be a swinging motion in up and down force. So you achieve now two of the things: up and down motion and swing. Now in this way, we have found there is also forward motion. So in this scenario, we have achieved two. In this scenario, which I am telling, we have achieved two. Now when you combine those two, we can achieve the third motion or motion also. So when you achieve the third motion, you would get the movement of original human. So now, how do you do it? If you see over here you can see a leg that stands and connected to this. It's similar to this leg. Very similar, but when you see over here, there's an extension coming out and there's a pivot over here, another pivot. This pivot is the same over here. It can move up and it can move down. So it's like a point where it can go up, it can go down. But in this case, it also goes forward. How? Well, as it's a wheel, at each and every position, it changes. At the top, it's in between of the, it has traveled a bit. Then in the other side, it has traveled twice of its radius. Twice of its radius is the diameter of a circle. So the distance traveled will be twice the radius, that is the diameter. So it has a forward motion. Now how does that swinging happen? As I told in the starting, the pendulum action occurs here. Instead of a mechanism pulling it up and down, the wheel itself will make it move up and down, because as it goes up, the extension should also go up. But as we want a swinging motion, we block all this side and this side motion and allow this mode and this one motion. So the leg automatically will start to swing. It's like, if this is the pendulum, it's like adding another extension and you move it to make a swinging motion in the other direction. This is an example of a seesaw, where you give a force in this direction and this goes like this. So you can also say it as a seesaw motion, where you stop this area, it goes up, and automatically, because it cannot go in this direction and this direction, it automatically has to swing or change its position in this direction to do it. So let's see. We start this motor to spin. So as it spins, this region goes up. But as this region goes up, it also feels that this was motion. But it can't do that because we have blocked it from doing it by using a stopper, or by using like a hand that I used here to keep a stop over here. So it can only go up and go down. So as it spins, it goes up, and this also goes up. In that case, the leg swings to match this motion. And then when it comes to the other side, it swings in the other direction and gives a swing motion, a forward motion, and an up motion. We have achieved all the three motions needed. So we have got to know how this person or this robot's leg works. Now coming up is a video of how this robot works in the sun. It's amazing and fantabulous. I hope you guys like this video. Guys, I'm now outside in the sun to show my third robot, the walker. There he goes. This guy is the favorite because he looks like a human, walks like a human, and acts like a human. This guy is my favorite as it took me short time and has a beautiful look and is so amazing. And it's easy to make, especially this guy. This technology has been used many times for making robots. And in my past robots, this guy has made significant work as it uses the same technology I used in my old robots, but does it easier. So that's all, guys. This is the end of this video, and I hope you liked this robot. So bye, guys.